If you're looking to move to Lexington Park, watch this video before making any decisions. Hey, my name is Rob Schou. I'm a realtor down here in Southern Maryland with EXP Realty, and the whole goal of this channel is to help make your move to Southern Maryland so much easier. So if you're going to be doing that, use the contact information below, call me, text me, and I'll be happy to help any way that I possibly can. Now let's go ahead and jump into what I was talking about. If you're PCSing to Southern Maryland, mainly Pax River, you're probably looking at different places to live, and Lexington Park might be one of those places that you're considering. Let me give you 3 pros and cons about living in Lexington Park before you make any decisions. Let's go ahead and start out with the cons first. And one of the biggest cons about Lexington Park is going to be the traffic. Because you're right around base, it means there's a ton of cars going in and out of base during those normal times, and that just leads to a lot more traffic around that area. Con number 2 is lot size. If you're someone that's moving to Southern Maryland and you're looking for a place that has more land, Lexington Park is not where you're going to find it. There are some bigger lots for an acre to a half acre, but if you're someone that's looking for 5, 10, 15, 20 acres of land, you're going to have to look elsewhere in St. Mary's County. Most likely you could look in Ridge, or you could look up into Leonardtown even if you want to be in the Leonardtown school district. So there's a lot of options, but one of those options is not going to be Lexington Park. Now in the last con, I mentioned school districts, and that's going to lead me into my third con. According to niche.com, while the schools do get an A- in Lexington Park, they're actually some of the lower rated schools in St. Mary's County. I'm looking at schools like Lexington Park, Carver Elementary School, and even Park Hall, as well as Spring Ridge Middle School and Great Mills High School, rank on the lower side of the schools in St. Mary's County. Now, of course, these are just niche.com ratings, so if you want to get a better feel for each one of these schools, you can always go visit the school directly, or there's plenty of Facebook pages and other websites that might give you a more full picture of what the school situation is in Lexington Park, Maryland. Now, let's hop into the pros of Lexington Park, and one of the biggest ones is, according to niche.com, Lexington Park is the most affordable area in all of St. Mary's County. So if you're looking to move to St. Mary's County and you don't really want to spend a bunch on a single family home, you might find your best bang for your buck in Lexington Park itself. And there's a nice mix of different townhomes, single family homes, and even condos and apartments that I feel like you can get a really good choice or a really good variety when you're looking around at homes. There's even some new builds in Lexington Park as well, which is something we haven't had for a while, so it's nice to see those options come up as well. Pro number 2 is proximity to base. I know I said before that because you're close to base, you're going to be dealing with traffic, but at the same time, because you're close to base, you're going to have a shorter commute to work. So if you're living in Lexington Park, you're not having to put up with everybody else that's coming into base, coming into Lexington Park from the northern part of the county, especially if you're living in California, Hollywood, or Mechanicsville. You're going to have to join everyone coming down 235 and Route 5, and it can get really backed up in the morning and in the afternoon too. But if you're right there in Lexington Park, it can really lead to a shorter commute. And pro number 3 about living in Lexington Park is you're pretty centrally located in St. Mary's County. You're close enough that you can go down to Point Lookout and check out all the stuff that has to offer. You're right in the middle of the shopping, and you can even hop over to Leonardtown within a few minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, and enjoy downtown Leonardtown too. So those are my 3 pros and cons about moving to Lexington Park. If you have any more questions or just want to talk about your move in general, use the contact information below. Call me, text me, and I'll be happy to help any way that I possibly can.